Wearable Arts took place last weekend.
City Month is still underway.
And the hockey season comes to an end.
Hi, I'm Marcellin.
And I'm Alex, and welcome to another episode of JDTV News.
It's always a pleasure to give you news from the school. Alex, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm playing the air guitar and practicing for the talent show.
Instead of watching you fail at this, why don't we look and talk about what's really going on for the talent show?
The JDHS Talent Show showcases the unique skills and talents of the JDHS student body, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing performance. Stay tuned because next week we will have a special package on the show and its results.
Alex, forget the air guitar. I found your real talent. I mean, it's clear that you're from TMHS with that hair color, but nobody in this school has discovered it yet.
No, I'm loyal to JDHS. I swear, it's just fashion.
Oh, and speaking about fashion, Wearable Arts took place last weekend. We sent our reporter Jacob over there to find out what the new trends will be.
The Wearable Arts Show took place at Centennial Hall last Sunday. One of our reporters, Jacob, got to interview Katie Buchanan, one of the designers for the show.
Wearable Arts is a community event put on by the Juneau Arts and Humanities Council, and there's usually in between 40 to 60 artists that make a costume or a thing that usually revolves around a theme. This year it's reflections. So a bunch of artists around the community just get together and create something, and then they show it off, and it's really cool. I have been in it twice. My co-artist and my model have never been in it before, but like it's a new thing every single year. So I definitely have had a different experience this year than I have in past years. I am a co-artist along with Helen Thurston, and we made a dress out of college junk mail. So basically we realized that we were getting so much junk mail from colleges saying like, hey, apply here, come visit here. And we didn't really know what to do with all of it because there was just so much coming in. And so we just decided to make a dress out of it. And so that's what we did. We ended up getting about 60 pounds of college mail, which was ridiculous. And we just made like this huge design out of it. There was a lot of trial and error, and there was a lot of engineering involved. It's just this costume with a lot of weird stuff going on. Like there's a harness we had to like put around her because the skirt was too heavy to like actually attach to the top of the dress. So she's in like this huge harness with like suspenders and things and clips. And we had to like cut it through the dress and like so you could attach it to this huge skirt. We had to put a belt around her. It's just like a lot of different pieces and parts to make it all come together.
Look, I brought the new trends from Belgium. Black, yellow, and red will be the colors for this summer.
Forget about that. Let's talk about sports.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Sahil, here to bring you your sports update. Last week, there was a lot of important basketball and hockey games, so let's take a look at the scores. Last Thursday, boys basketball played against the Sitka Wolves, winning with the score of 71-60. Also, our Juneau Douglas hockey team lost to Diamond 1-9 during the state hockey tournament in Wasilla. On Friday, the JDHS boys varsity played against the Sitka Wolves again. They ended up winning with a score of 74-61. The hockey team lost to Colony 1-8 in the state hockey tournament in Wasilla. And girls basketball defeated Thunder Mountain with a score of 40-38. On Saturday, girls basketball played against Thunder Mountain once again, winning with a final score of 39. Well, that wraps up this week's scores, but that sadly also wraps up the end of JD's hockey team season. To get a closer look, we interviewed JDHS senior and hockey player Natalie Johansson to learn a bit more about this past season.
We started off the season a little bit rough. We didn't get very many wins during the very beginning of the season, and then eventually we pulled it together and we put the work in off the ice and on the ice. And when we were up in Fairbanks, we got a win in overtime against Lathrop, which was a pretty big win for us. And then against our home games against North Pole, we won both of those, which was great for us because last year we lost to North Pole and they made it to state and we didn't. So North Pole is probably our biggest rival. So beating them was a really big accomplishment for us. And then when we went up to North Pole for conference, we were the number 2 seed, which is a pretty big accomplishment for hockey. And against the game against North Pole, we came out with a win, which meant we went to state for the first time ever for Juneau Douglas High School hockey. First time we've ever gone to state. So that this season was probably the biggest season so far.
Well, thanks Sahil, and congratulations to the hockey team for this accomplishment. Let's take a look at the calendar. Today, DDF State is at East High School in Anchorage, and our varsity and junior varsity basketball teams have games against Edgecombe. On Saturday, our teams play again, and DDF finishes up at East.
On Wednesday, academic decathlon is in Anchorage. On Thursday, varsity and junior varsity basketball again play Mount Edgecombe.
Come Friday to watch our varsity, junior varsity, and C team have games versus Ketchikan. And because it's parent-teacher conferences, we don't have any school next Friday.
Even though we only covered this week, don't forget that this month is CTE month.
Oh, it's Team Month! What, you didn't understand my British accent?
Try to speak with an American accent first. And no, not T month, CTE month. You know, Career and Technical Education month.
Let's look at the auto shop.
This last week, I took a look at the auto shop across the street, and I interviewed Mr. Squires, the autos teacher. I asked him how students get CTE credit, what they learn, and how much the credit costs.
Okay, you can get CTE credit for 3 of my classes. So I teach the small engine repair class, which offers 3 credits of CTE. I teach the Automotive 1 class, which allows 3 credits of CTE. And then I teach the Auto Electric class, which I'm doing this semester, which is another 3 credits of UAS for CTE. My small engine, they learn how to disassemble and put back together small gasoline engines, 2- and 4-stroke. And then in the automotive classes, they learn general automotive maintenance, and they learn a little bit what it would be like to be in auto mechanics as a career. It's really inexpensive. $75 covers the 3 credits.
The CTE credits transfer to UAS. You can talk to your counselor for more information about what colleges the CTE credits may apply to.
Now that everything in the calendar is covered, let's take a look at the weather.
Hi Hal, how's the weather looking for this weekend?
Hi, Marcellin. Well, there's some interesting weather things going on out here, clearly. Today it will be cloudy with highs around 31 degrees. Tomorrow, Saturday, it will be mostly cloudy with highs around 35 degrees and lows around 33 degrees and a 60% chance of precipitation. On Sunday, there will be highs around 37 degrees and lows around 33 degrees again and a 60% chance of precipitation, so expect rain. Well, that's all the weather-related news we have. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks Hal, stay dry out there.
Well, that's all for this week's show.
Stay tuned. Be sure to check us out or watch previous episodes at our JIPS website, jdhsvideo.org.
And if you want to keep up with us, you can follow us on Twitter at JDHSvideo.
Thank you for watching. See you in 2 weeks.